Hi, my dear children. A very good morning to you all. How are you? I hope you're fine. Before starting the class, I have to ask a question. Have you all copied the notes in your science notebook? Yes? Okay, my dear children. Only very few students have sent their snapshots to me. What about others? No problem, my dear children. Try to complete your notes. Try to take a snapshot and send it to me personally. You all have my number, right? If you have any doubts regarding the notes or regarding the videos, you can call me or text me privately before 9:30. Okay, my dear children? If anybody needs the notes of first lesson, or those who didn't complete the notes, if you need notes, you can call me or text me. Okay, my dear children? Okay, we move on to the class. We have completed 2 chapters. Today we are not going to learn a new chapter. Today we are going to learn the question answers in the chapter 2. Okay, my dear children? Take your science notebook or else take your science textbook. First, answer the following questions in 1 or 2 sentences. First question. Why do animals need a home? Why animals need a home? The question is, animals need a home to protect themselves and their young ones. Okay, animals need a home to protect themselves and their young ones. Okay, animals need a home to protect their young ones and to protect themselves. Okay, protect themselves. Then second question, where do wild animals live? Okay, where do wild animals, what's the place the wild animal is living? Wild animal live in forest. Okay, where does wild animal live? Wild animals lives in forest. So where do wild animals live? Wild animals live in forest. Then third question, why do animals move? Why are you moving? You are moving one place to another for getting something, for getting food, for drinking water, for so many reasons. Then why do animals are moving one place to another? Animals move to find food. Animals move to find food and place to live in. Animals are moving from one place to another to find food and a place and to find a place to live. Okay, to find a place to live. Then next question. What are mammals? What are called mammals? Some animals give birth to their young ones and feed them with their milk. These animals are called mammals. Some animals give birth to young ones and feed them with their milk. These animals are called mammals. Okay, some animals will give birth to their young ones and feed their own milk. So these animals are called mammals. The best example is human beings. Okay, human beings are mammals. Human beings are mammals. The next question is, what makes human beings unique? What are the special character that make the human beings unique? Human beings have a developed brain. What's the reason? Human beings have a developed brain. They can think, reason out, recollect and do many more things using their brain. This makes them unique. First point is human beings have a developed brain. Then with the help of this brain, they can think, they can reason out, they can recollect, they can do many more things. So this makes them unique. Okay, this makes them unique. So we are moving to the next part. Answer the following questions. First question, how do human beings and animals move? How do we and animals are moving? Okay, the question is about movement. Okay, human beings walk in an upright position. How human beings are walking? In an upright position. Okay, the flexible Backbone enables them to bend forwards, backwards, and to their sides. So we have a backbone which helps us to bend forward, to bend backward, and to bend our sides. Okay, so we have a flexible backbone which helps us to bend forward, bend backward, and our sides. Okay. Then animals can move on the surface of the ground, under the ground, in water, and in air. Animals are moving where, which are the place they are moving? Surface of the ground, under the ground, and in the water, and in the air. They show various types of movements, such as they are showing various types of movements. Okay, what are the movements? Walking, running, climbing, jumping, flying, hopping, floating, gliding, galloping, and so on. So what are the movements? Walking, running, climbing, jumping, flying, hopping, floating, gliding, galloping. Okay, I'm reading the question again. Human beings walk in an upright position. The flexible backbone enables them to bend forward, backward, and to their sides. Animals can move on the surface of the ground, under the ground, in water, and in air. They show various types of movements, such as walking, running, climbing, jumping, flying, hopping, floating, gliding, galloping, and so on. Did you understand? Okay, we are moving to the next question. What are the different food habits of animals? What are the different food habits of animals? Some animals, such as horse and giraffes, eat only plants. They are called herbivorous animal. First point, some animals such as horse and giraffes eat only plant. So these animals are called as herbivorous animal. Herbivorous animal. Then animals such as tigers, lions eat only the flesh of other animal. They are called carnivorous animal. Some animals, example tiger and lion, eat the flesh of other animal. So they are called carnivorous animals. Animals such as bears and crows eat both plants and flesh of other animals. They are called omnivorous animals. Some animals, bears and crows, okay, eat both plants and flesh of other animals. These animals are called omnivorous animal. Animals such as hyenas and vultures eat the remain of dead animals. They are called scavengers. Okay, animals such as hyenas and vultures eat the remain of dead animal. They are called scavengers. They are called scavengers. I am repeating again. Some animals such as horse and giraffes eat only plants. They are called herbivorous animal. Animals such as tigers and lions eat only the flesh of other animals. They are called carnivorous animal. Animals such as bears and crows eat both plants and flesh of other animals. They are called omnivorous animals. Animals such as hyenas and vulture eat the remains of dead animals. They are called scavengers. Do you understand? Okay, we are moving to the next question. In what ways does the fully developed brain help human beings? In what ways that the fully developed brain help the human beings? The fully developed brain help human beings to think, to reason out, to recollect, and do many more things. The fully developed brain helps human beings to think, reason out, recollect, and do many more things. Do you understand? Okay, next question. Mention any few characteristics that differentiate human beings from animal. Any few differentiation between human beings and animals. Okay, first, animal. Some animals survive in their natural environment and some make their homes. Okay, some animals survive in their natural environment. Example, lion, tigers. They live in the cave. Some make their homes. Example, bats. Human beings build houses to live. Human beings will build a house to live. Okay, animals tend to be either herbivores or carnivores and stick to their diets. Okay, animals are mostly either carnivores or herbivores. They will stick to the diet according to the place where they are living. Human beings are mostly omnivores. Human beings are omnivores because they eat the plant and flesh of other animals. Animal brain is not well developed as human brain. Okay, animal brain is not well developed as human brain. Human beings have a developed brain. They can think and reason out their brain. Human beings have a developed brain. They can think and reason out their brain. Animals cannot talk each other. Animals communicate using smell, different noises and sound, body movements. Animal cannot talk their each other. They can communicate through their smell, their body movements, etc. Okay, human beings communicate using various languages. They can speak, read and write. Okay, I'm repeating again. Animals. Some animals survive in their natural environment and some make their homes. Human beings build houses to live. Animals tend to be either herbivorous or carnivorous and stick to their diets. Human beings are mostly omnivorous. Animal brain is not as well developed as human brain. Human beings have a developed brain. They can think and reason out their brain. Animals cannot talk with each other. Animals communicate using smell, different noises and sound, body movements. Human beings communicate using various languages. They can speak, read and write. Okay, my dear children, we have learned the question. Try to copy it in your notebooks. Try to learn. Okay, my dear children, if you have any doubts regarding this notes, or if you can't able to understand this questions, you can call me, text me privately. Okay, my dear children, try to copy the notes, ma. We will see in our next class. Okay, until bye bye, thank you, be safe. Okay, my dear children.